Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to send out a shout. Pastor Ken had asked me to do a video for the different one of the evening services that he's doing, and so this is actually my furlough day. Give you guys an update, kind of on my family. Again, my name is Bob Wood, in case you don't know me, but so I work for a company called Gobins, and we are a critical business. So I've been lucky enough to still be able to work, and so it's been good, but we have been furloughed 1 day a week, at least for now, starting. And so we've been furloughed this whole time. Um, but I do feel very blessed to be able to work and still bring in some money. I know there's some that aren't and haven't been able to. Um, but we've just been taking proper precautions by when we go out. My wife works at the Veterans Nursing Home, and so she's a critical worker. She has to be there every day. Today's one of her scheduled days off, so she'll be joining us here shortly. But um, yeah, just to kind of give you an update on our family. We've been busy, but we've been using this time to really just spend time together and do stuff with us. So one of the things in life when kids, you go through kids and marriage, and you have all this stuff, and you just get so busy doing everything that you have to do and making happen everything you have to make happen, that a lot of times in life you don't get to just really, you're so busy putting in the work as a guy to make the money, or to get this done, or to do this project, or to help with this. And of course, the wives are working and doing this and taking care of the kids and all this. We're all doing this together, and we don't have time to just focus. We're like, oh well, we'll get to that, because we're married, so we'll just be married forever, and that'll be the way it is. And um, thank goodness that I have a wife that's been very understanding, and is such a hard worker and such a loving example. But um, so the kids, our kids are, we have three children, and I'll kind of get to one of the other ones a little bit. But Matthew and Nicole had moved out here recently, as of this last summer. So Tammy and I started this project to remodel in the house and all that good stuff. And so um, after they moved out, it was just the two of us again. So we've kind of been working on us and doing us and just living life, and living life with each other again, which has been phenomenal. It's been a really great experience. So this thing with us here, it's quarantine. We've really just been taking time for us. We can't go to the gym or anything together anymore, so we've been taking walk. We've been going to the park and taking walks, or just taking the dogs for walks around the neighborhood, and trying to stay fit, but just spending time with each other and focusing on that. And that's been, I'll tell you, I mean, when it's almost, I don't want to say it's a luxury. It's definitely a necessity. It should be made a necessity. But if you now that we had this time, we've taken this. Oh, there's my wife.
Hi.
And so yeah, we've taken this time to really just kind of do us again. Of course, we're each still working, and we each do our things, and our kids come over. But and that's been a blessing to have our kids come over, and we cook dinner for them here and there, and they'll come by, and so that's been a big blessing for us too. But um, I'll kind of let my wife give you an update on her status, where she's working right now. Surprise, honey, we're video recording already.
Oh, good morning or evening, whichever. But I work for the VA, so I work at the VA nursing home, and so our guys, it's been pretty tough for those guys because they're pretty much lost all communication with them. They can't do much, so we can't have families there, visitors, activities that come in and that, and so it's been kind of tough for them. Staff are doing so good though. We're trying to keep them busy and just give them the love, outpouring love that they need, and that we can substitute for their family and that. And then, but it gives you a whole new appreciation, for. I think you find out. I think everything gets something from this COVID, from being locked down and that, and I think some at work friendships you build, or you're working closer with each other, learning a lot more from each other, but also learning a lot more from the vets. Just sitting there and taking that time to talk to them and not go through the rut and that. And so, and then And I think that just personally, you know, we chatted about this, and what do you gain from each other? You see a lot more where we spend a lot more quality time with each other. Your kids, just us as in our marriage. You know, this has been fun. We've spent more time together. Maybe a positive or negative for some people, you know. But I think for us, because I don't have kids, but we go do, you get creative when you do a lot of things together, and I think it's a huge appreciation and reflecting on a lot of things that, especially this past few months, that we had occur with us and our family. You know, that right there um, took a lot out of us, but brought us together in a whole different perspective of how I see things and take advantage of, and that means that when Brandon was in the hospital, you know, the whole I held on to the word hope, and continue to hold on to that word hope, because that's just everything we're going through right now with COVID and um, life in general is the word hope, and it's very meaningful for me now, and our family and that, and so things are looking up, and you know, and I think we're all getting through this together. We're gonna conquer this, and you know, so. But thank you all for your prayers for that as well too, for everyone that helped us out with during that time and that, and you have no idea how much those prayers helped us get through that moment and time and that, and my sister's verses helped us and that. So, but anyway, I don't mean to cry that, but that happens every time I talk about that. So anyway,
Yeah. So guys, we just wanted to, you know, we've just been listening. You know, this is our front deck. We're just sitting out in the yard having a cup of coffee in the morning. Like I said, this is my furlough day. I'm off, and Tammy's, it's her regular day off. And you know, we actually come out here and we'll put the church service on the speaker, and we'll just sit out on the front porch and eat a slice of pizza and drink coffee and listen to the Ken preach on Sunday mornings. I mean, we've really just enjoyed it. We've actually sometimes we'll take a walk at the Riverwalk and just listen to it while we're down there, and we'll put it on the TV and have the kids over. Or, you know, so we've just been engaging with it still, and we definitely are very glad that we're able to take advantage of that aspect. But honestly, we've also enjoyed a little bit of break. So, like I said, we've been focusing on ourselves, and you know, the last week Ken talked about marriage and some of the things there that are. Like I said, I was saying earlier, you kind of take for granted, and so just to refocus on that, and luckily enough, we don't have small kids, because I can't imagine, you know, having to be you know, taking kids homeschooled that aren't normally homeschooled, and having to go through that as well. So that's one dynamic we're not experiencing. So I'm definitely praying for you families out there that are doing that. But you know, like one of the verses I saw on Ken's thing last week was Proverbs 18:23. He was talking about, you know, when you find a wife, you find a treasure, and that verse really encapsulates my beautiful wife, and so very thankful for her. But you know, right before all this happened with COVID, we kind of went through a big thing of ourselves, and waving at the neighbors, and when our Brandon was in the hospital. Brandon's our oldest. For some of you that don't really know, he's he's just got back from the Air Force about a little over a year ago, and anyhow, we went through a very thing where he was in the hospital. He was in the ICU, on a ventilator and on a stuff, almost like a lot of these people in COVID end up. It was very scary. So we can kind of somewhat elaborate, or you know how they feel, but at the same time, we were at least able to be in there with him, you know, from time to time. And I'll tell you guys, I've been in church my entire life, and you know, you talk about prayer and being there for people, but when we were at, you know, this point where it just felt so low, this valley that was just it's hard to even bring words to describe it. It's amazing. We could physically feel the power of prayer. We could physically feel you guys, our church family, and people just really around the world praying for us and praying for Brandon, and that really that really meant a lot to us. So just really, we just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on us, what we're doing, and where we're at, and how God's using this to help us work on each other, and give direction for our family and help our kids. And but we also just wanted to say thank you, just a very heartfelt thank you for all you guys mean to us. We do miss you. I said we're enjoying our time together, but we can't wait till we see you guys again. Can't wait to get back in church and serve, whatever that looks like, and help out. And just encourage you guys to do the same. I know we're definitely looking forward to when things can get back to what'll be called the new normal. But I think that's God puts us through each one of these things for a reason. I mean, I look around and um, you know, sure, things are in Pueblo, but we're in little town Pueblo. I mean, look at New York. Look at some of these cities that are just being ravaged and devastated by this. And it's hard to I can't even imagine. I can't even comprehend. So I'm just praying for those people as well. But again, you guys, just wanted to give you guys an update on us and where we're at and what we're doing. But we love you and we miss you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good one. Bye.